Hopefully this audio works. Really hoping and praying for it. But you guys get an in-depth view of the new bike. And I'll be riding this thing for a pretty long time. Or not necessarily a long time. Probably, well, I got it back in July. Right after the 4th. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I got it the weekend. I can't exactly remember like exactly, like whenever I went to go get it, I went up to Mountain Motorsports to take a look around and try to answer some questions. And in the meantime, I met up with this one guy who, coincidentally, his last name was my first name, which is pretty awesome. I thought it was, pretty weird to have a guy help me out who his name was the same as mine, but whatever. Anyways, he helped me out. Originally, I was trying to look to get a GSX-S 1000. Those of you who don't know what it is, you can look it up. I'll probably show an image right here. So basically, it's a 1000cc 4-cylinder inline 4. It's the, if I'm not mistaken, the K5 GSXR engine from the older bikes, from the older R series bikes, and it's got inverted forks, a really good suspension, and it's a nice, comfortable seating position. It's got upwards style bars. So I was like, I like comfortable bikes. I like the occasional sport bike, but I put a lot of miles on the motorcycles that I do ride. So I was thinking about, I really wanted to step into a 1000 because I've never experienced before. I rode a couple of friends' bikes who were that were 1000 cc, and I love the torque and all. So I was, like, why not? I was finally in a position financially to where I could, afford to take on payments for a new bike. So, why not just go ahead and go through with it? But in the process, I am really young. I'm 22 right now. So insurance rates was pretty high, even though it was more of a sport touring. It was still classified as a sport bike under insurance. So insurance rates was a little bit expensive. It's a little bit too much out of my price range. I could still get the bike financed, but I don't want to be raping insurance. So they gave me an option. This bike right here, I think it's been sitting on the showroom floor, because I know these bikes aren't very popular, but it was sitting on the showroom floor for, I think, ever since like 2015 or something like that. And right now it's 2017, so it's been on the showroom floor for at least 2 years. And they had a great discount off of the MSRP of this bike. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the MSRP is around $7,000 or so. And out the door, including gap insurance, I got this thing for about $7,100. I think I have to look at my paperwork again. But yeah, out the door, I got it at $7,100. That's including the taxes, tag and title and all that good stuff. I don't mind getting a bike that's not as popular. I think it's a lot more fun since you're not going to see too many of these out on the road. So think it's fun whenever you go to like a local bike night and people asking you what kind of bike it is. A lot of people have never seen it before. Now I did, it's a fun little story, I did, like, when I first got it, I waited about 2 months before I did my first trip to the mountains, because I wanted to make sure I get a good feel for the bike. I didn't want to just, you know, rush everything up there and risk anything going up to the mountains on a new bike. So I took it easy, and then when the first weekend I went up there, I was, you know, doing my thing in the mountains. I actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was the first time. I actually met up with a couple of people. One of the people who was riding an S1000 RR, the BMW, he actually knew my Instagram name, which I have it on my bike, on my sling arm. He knew that name from photography for iTrack Motorsports, which I'm currently doing right now. I'll go to their events and shoot photography, give them my copies of my best stuff, and then I'll put up on my site where you can purchase the high quality photos that you can take, share, you can print them, do whatever you like with them. But he actually noticed me from a couple posts. He actually built, I believe, a BMW drift car and was racing at iTrack, and he remembers that name. So I thought that was pretty cool. I got to ride with him a little bit. But as we were going around what's called Richard, I believe it's called Richard B. Russell, I was going to the back half of there, and I noticed a couple guys right at the stop sign at the end of it. A couple guys were on the right, and sure enough, there was another Gladius, same exact color scheme and all. Everything was the exact same, and I thought it was really cool. They waved at me, and I gave them a thumbs up, and they started laughing. They thought it was really cool. I just can't wait to actually get back in the swing of things. I really want to put out some higher quality videos than I did before, because whenever I first started, I was just trying to get out there. It was really popular at the time. Everyone was starting the new stuff, so I just try to get it out there and try to get videos out there, and you know, see what would happen after that. I put a little bit, you know, a little bit of concentration and effort into it, but I feel like now, after I've got a better idea how certain things work, how to get around certain software, I now have Premiere Pro, which will help me out a little bit, and I'm starting to learn the ins and outs of photography and cinematography. So I feel like I can bring a good taste to my channel, or some good vibes in a way. So if you're watching this, you know this is RK Wild Ninja. You know that I'm running a new bike, and I'm going to put up some new videos. So I hope you guys enjoy this. You can roll that you can roll the outro right now while I continue to have a little bit of fun.